Hey guys, welcome back to Aussie Wristwatch. I'm Jessica Liley and this is my humble little YouTube channel where I talk about my love or obsession with watches. Today I'm super excited because I am finishing my two-part series on PANZERA, and specifically today we are going to take a look at and do a little review on this baby, their Aquamarine Pro Diver from their marine line collection, I should say. Now, full disclosure on this, I did a review on this watch a few weeks back, which you will remember, and that was the Time Master 42. Here it is again in all its glory. Now, if you've seen that video, you'll recall that I reached out to PANZERA and I asked them if I could get hands-on with a couple of their watches, and they graciously said yes. And as part of that, they said I could keep one of these watches. So full disclosure, as a thank you for reviewing their watches, Roger, one of the owners and founders, graciously has offered that up to me. Since I did my last video, the review on the motorsport watch, Roger has now kindly offered up one of the two watches as a giveaway for you guys. So I decided to do a little poll, which is on the community tab in YouTube, letting you guys decide which of the two watches you would like in terms of having the opportunity to win in the giveaway. So I don't know what the winner of that one is yet. I'm going to leave that poll up for a couple of days and see which watch comes out in front. In any event, whichever watch it is, details on how to enter the giveaway will be on my Instagram page. And that will be up after this video drops, and you will be able to see in all its glory how to enter. I'll go over it in more detail at the end of this video. But keep your eyes peeled. Okay, so let's get started. Alright, so you guys, if you've been watching my channel for a while, you know that I love a dive watch. You also know that I'm not an avid diver. I just don't dive. I love the water. I'm a water baby. In fact, I actually thought about taking this watch out and doing some of bodyboarding, but you know, given it's the middle of winter here and I'm not getting in a wetty just to do a video on a watch, I was like, nah, I think I'll leave that. In summer I might try and get out in the water and do something, but I mean also that just trying to logistically figure that out started to do my head in. So we're going to do the review in here on dry land without sand and without salty water. But if you want to see this watch in action in the water, Adam Swords is an ambassador for PANZERA. He wears this watch, he loves this watch, and he takes it through its paces on his free dives and out in water. So check his videos out too for the watch in action. I'm just simply going to sit here and smile at you and talk about whether I like the watch or not. I do like the watch, by the way, but we'll get into that in more detail shortly. We've been through a little bit of the history of PANZERA in the earlier video, but to recap very, very quickly, two gents, one with an Aussie background, one with a Swiss background, back in 2009 started the watch company PANZERA. They originally distributed other people's watches as wholesalers over the years, and their love of watches made them decide to develop and make their own. Their first watch was a Flieger watch, which they still sell Flieger watches on the website, but it was based on the iconic IWC Big Pilot. It looked very much like that. I have seen it online. I think it looked really cool. Check out my Time Master 42 video for more history on the brand and a broader discussion. But they're Aussie. I kind of love that. A micro brand from Australia. There's a few of them around. I've reached out to others. Guys, if you want me to check out your watches, Aussie here, happy to do so. But these guys, you know, they make something that's very bold and very much in a particular style. So I know when I see this watch, I know it's a Panzera. I've loved looking at these watches online for a significant amount of time over the last few years. And when I got the first one in the mail some weeks back, it didn't disappoint. So when I got this one in the mail just over a week ago, I was super excited to open that box. And as I showed you, it comes in a box like this. And I was like this. And I was like, it looked awesome. I thought it would. I specifically asked if I could actually review the blue. So thank you for indulging me in that, Roger. Appreciate it. I think it was worth it. Blue's my favorite color. So by simply allowing me to review something that's in a color that's my favorite color, probably also just helped be a little bit biased with this review. But it looks fantastic, and it's got a sunburst dial that kind of pops. I said it would pop on camera. It definitely does, and it looks fab. So let's talk a little bit about the specs, shall we? It does have a Seiko movement, and it's a mechanical automatic watch with an NH35. It's 24 joules, date function. Now the date is kind of unique. I haven't seen a lot of this, so please, if someone else has seen one around, can you just let me know and just put me in the right direction? But it's basically got 3 dates visible with a little red indicator telling you the actual date for the day. I don't mind it. I'm not sure if I love it, to be honest with you, but I'll talk about that in a little bit when I'm talking about the overall watch. So it's got 40-hour power reserve, hacking seconds, and it's got a bi-directional winding. Case is satin and polished in 45mm diameter with 13.7mm thickness. It's a 316L surgical grade stainless steel. You can definitely feel the heft of it when it's on. Screw down jewel crowns, which I'll talk about. Rotating internal dive bezel, which I'll talk about. It's got a unique engraved serial number on the back, and it's 300 meters water resistant. The dial either comes in midnight black or midnight blue with luminous hands and luminous hour markers. Now, why is that all relevant as well? Because a dive watch requires a few specific criteria. For example, it needs to be water resistant. In order for it to actually be considered a dive watch, it has to be a minimum of 100 meters water resistant. Generally, you're going to find they sit between 200 and 300 meters water resistant, of which this is 300. Legibility must be legible underwater, murky or otherwise. So, generally speaking, it contains luminosity in order to achieve that, as this watch has, for low or no light conditions. No brainer, right? The deeper you go down into the ocean, the darker it gets, the scarier it gets for me. Okay, the rotating bezel is an interesting one because I only just kind of learnt this in my research for this video. So, a bezel on a dive watch generally only rotates one way, and it does that in order to ensure that it cannot accidentally be knocked from its position, because then you're going to be screwed underwater, assuming that you're just using the dive watch as the tool that it is and not some other electronic contraption, which in reality most people have already told me in my other videos that is what's used. But in any event, it is crucial that the bezel cannot be tampered with, because it's measuring, generally speaking, someone's oxygen and time underwater. So you're going to be fucked if that stuff's up. The interesting thing with this watch is this, and I'm going to take it off and show you. I've done a little video, but I still have to take it off now and show you as well. Two crowns, the bottom comes out, and now I'm doing it backwards, so it could just all end in disaster. Yep, here we go. It pops out, screws out, and then the bezel rotates as such, and it can go both ways. Now, what did I just say? It usually only rotates one way in order for it to not be knocked about and stuff. But because this screws back in, we can rotate it either way. So I thought that's pretty cool. So let me just pop it back because my OCD is horrendous. I've just got to put it back and have it line up perfectly, or it'll do my head in. Yeah, it's that bad, guys. Okay. All right. Where was I? Sorry, it's got to have a durable strap. Well, check. We've got this amazing, very cool Italian rubber again. You will recall I fell in love with the soft rubber of this watch. Here it is. Notwithstanding the size was a little off. Same issue here, we'll talk about that. Okay, but yes, it's got a robust strap and it's, yep, I love it. It's so cool. Okay, so we've got that. Basically, in order to withstand the rigors of the ocean, including salt, seaweed and other. And finally, whilst not mandatory, most dive watches have a helium escape valve, of which this one does not. But in any event, pro diver watch. Okay, so let's talk about the actual watch, shall we? So we've talked about the specs, we've talked about the look, talk about the feel. So first of all, I've told you when I opened up the box, it looked amazing. It kind of popped. I mean, it's very blue, but it does come in black. So if this is a little bit ostentatious for you, definitely get the black. If it's not ostentatious for you and you even want a little bit more of a zing, it comes with a yellow rubber strap, which also looks very cool. So you could try that. But like I said, blue's my favorite color, so I would definitely get this watch. And in this configuration, it's got a sunburst dial, so it's got a great, you can't see it in here, but you'll be able to see it in the video that I pop up. But it does catch the light and it's very cool. It's got some heft to it, just like the Motorsport watch did. Now, given the Motorsport watch is a 42mm, it's lighter than this one at 45mm, but they both have, for their size, comparable heft. This obviously is heavier, but still. Okay, my overall thoughts. I enjoy this watch. Is it going to compete with my Panerais? No, of course not. But that is not its purpose. Its purpose is to be a robust, exceptionally well built, lower cost, but high quality for the price point watch. And I think it does that. At $800 odd Australian, it does come, remember I said in the Time Master video that it comes with a discount if you sign up on the website. So if you sign up on their website, you get a 40% discount on your first purchase, which brings us down to just over $500, which is an exceptional price for this watch. Just like this one was an exceptional price for this watch. Now, it doesn't have an exhibition case back on this one. Instead, it's got the engraved unique serial number along with the PANZERA logo, which also looks very cool. I mean, I'm a sucker for an exhibition case back, so if that's ever possible in the future, I suspect that would probably drive up the price. So, but yeah, I mean, so the whole point of PANZERA, up until now anyway, has been to create funky, stylish, I would say watches with a bit of pizzazz for watch enthusiasts, but perhaps not with the hefty wallet, you know, that someone's looking for when they're going out to buy a Rolex. Now, does that mean you're actually getting a Rolex for that price? No, come on guys. But you're getting a very robust, good quality, really well built watch. And this is an automatic watch. It's not a quartz. They do have some quartz watches, which are priced accordingly. And they also have some Swiss-made watches, which they've only just released in like the last maybe 2 weeks. They are at a significantly different price point to this watch and this watch. We can talk about that in a separate video, but I've already had people comment on that because of micro brand and the cost of it and everything. But let's just stick with these ones for now. Again, $800. It's a no-brainer. I mean, it looks fantastic. It's stylish. It's robust. It's gonna last. It's built for the water. So if you're a water baby or a surfer or a diver or a swimmer, maybe not swimming because it's heavy, but you know, this is probably something you should look at. Or even if you just love watches and maybe you know, can't afford a Panerai, or something that's thousands and thousands of dollars, or even a few $1,000s, well, $800 is, you know, a much better price point for you. And there's something about, I guess what I'm trying to say is this. I really didn't know a lot about micro brands in watchmaking until very, very recently. And I've discovered some gems to the point where I've had to stop myself from buying every single one of them that I discover, because I would have, well, I'd probably have 20 watches by now, without over exaggerating too much, of which there would be a number of Panzeras in that bucket. And there's only so many watches I can afford and I can wear at any given time. So I've had to like put the brakes on, but I'm falling in love with micro brands. Like, the character of them, the stories behind why they've gone into watchmaking, the quality of what they're building, you know, with resources that are nowhere near what our beloved Omega and Rolex and all those other huge brands are doing, I think is phenomenal. And in particular, I love it because this is an Australian company. So of course I'm going to be partial to them and a little biased. So I'm sure you guys appreciate that. You know, and I think they've made a really cool watch. Obviously this dial is a lot busier than the Motorsport watch that I reviewed, but that's because it's got some more features happening. You know, watching the seconds hand just kind of tick over now, it's very cool. You know, it's pretty smooth, and it's just, yeah, I really like it. I guess everyone will pick this one for the giveaway now that I've kind of fallen in love with this one. I actually really like the other one too, by the way, so that's why I got you guys to vote. Because, yeah, I was incapable of making a decision. So why not, really? I'm like, oh God, this is way too hard. I think I'm going to have to let you guys decide. So that is really the reason for that. So have fun with that. And yeah, let me know your thoughts on this. I'm going to obviously give you a closer look throughout the video. Don't forget to subscribe. With the giveaway, all the details will be on my Instagram post. You won't be able to miss it. It'll be a picture of this with big giveaway written on it, and just follow the directions in there. But basically you need to subscribe to this channel, which I ask you to do anyway when you guys watch these videos, and also hit the like button. But for the giveaway, subscribe to this channel, head over to my Insta. I'm gonna ask you to follow me, and also give Panzera Watches a follow, because they are the people giving us the watch to give away. Thank you guys. And just be sure in the comments to tag a couple of buddies, 2 is a couple, and also tell us why you want the watch. And I'm gonna pick at random. And just remember too, there's a lot of dodgy people out there, so you're only gonna hear from me directly if you win. Don't be signing up to any new pages pretending to be me. I did a giveaway not that long ago and a fake version of me popped up, which I guess was like the biggest form of flattery, but I was kind of like, really? Like, what are you going to get out of it? Anyway, thank you again to Panzera for giving me the opportunity to get hands-on with your watches. It was exceptionally kind of you, and I'm very grateful. I've really appreciated the support, and I've had a ball learning about your brand, being able to look at your watches in detail, having admired them from afar for so long. Definitely a fan here. I'm going to happily add them to the collection over time, because I think they're great watches. You know, yeah, I think they're really cool. This one's actually not as bad as the last one, but that's because I've got it on a bit looser. So yeah, my only feedback again, guys, is if you could just kind of work on maybe an alternate size in the straps, that'd be great. Until next time, guys, subscribe, smash the like button, comment, let's get chatting, and thanks as always. Bye for now.